We're getting his last minute news. All right, let's run it. Let's run it. We ain't keeping y'all waiting. Let's go. We got results, and of course, well, we can't talk about this is actually in honor of Mike. Super cool Mike, but then he had to jump off right when I got back. I was like, what? Mike, top 5 players to watch in my book. Up there with Jaco, man. You know what it is. So we're still going to keep the Captain America train going, you know what I mean? So we're going to break down Captain, but let's get it started. Enough talk. Let's do this. Here we go. Marvel Monday, baby. What is going on? It's your boy OG, and we're back with another Marvel Monday interactive podcast. You guys know what it is. The latest news in the latest Marvel scenes. You guys know what it is. We're covering some Marvel 2 in here, a little Marvel 3. Definitely some dope stuff on the horizon, talking about Evo and all that. But we definitely got to keep it funky with the latest and greatest Marvel Infinite tournament results coming at you. And of course, some upcoming events. And the discussion topic of Captain America. How good is Cap? It's not how good is Captain. We know Captain's good. It used to be like, oh, is X good? Is Winter Soldier broken? These are like real. We know Captain's good, right? But we're just gonna give him the good old fashioned Marvel Monday treatment. Break down the characters, special moves, supers, synergy, all that good stuff. You guys know if you guys are seen it before. We're gonna give him the old 1-2, right? Give him the old 1-2. But Cap is broken. This is what I like. We'll find out. Is he broken? He's definitely on the cusp of anti-meta. Well, you know, we'll break it down. We'll break it down because that's definitely, he's strong. He's no Cap. Cap is strong. That's for sure. That's for sure. But these results. Let's get to these results, and then I think that's all we got. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any more announcements. There's definitely some announcements of events. I definitely want to talk about these events. All right, let's get right into it though. Let's get right into the results. Where am I at? Who is winning? Who is capping? Speaking of capping, not capping, but captain. Who is winning and who is capping? Let's get these results. All right, so I missed some of it right when this thing kind of turned around. But we had the 5 fingers of death. Yo, shouts to Don for the host and for rocking Marvel on a Monday. The 5 fingers of death, super cool Mike. He's supposed to face 9 dudes. That's insane. It looks like he had to dip somewhere halfway. All right, so it looks like he lost to Dr. Kano. I didn't see that one. 1 Octo, 1 Black Panther, beat Dr. Church, and then he didn't even fight Tekua, right? Tekua fought Max the Wise. I didn't see who won that, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say it was Tekua. I'm gonna go in there and say it was Tekua. This is like his burgers. Like, you like burgers, huh? The Five Guys joint. Stupid. And then Tekua versus Lin. Who won that one? Who won Tekua versus Lin? That one I need to go back and see. That one I need to see because that's a dope set. But who won that one? I need to know that. So Tekua versus Lin. I give it 5-3 Tekua. But I could see Lin very much winning that. And then looks like the last one was versus Beast and Tekua winning that one. So GG's. All right. Shout out to the 5 Fingers of Death featuring Tekua. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. No, Mike ran a legit one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. He ran a legit set. Just had to step out of on the extra stuff. But GG's. Of course, shout outs to Don. I see you, hater, for running. Let's get to the next one. The Clash of the Stones. Whoa. Was there a... Oh, yeah, that's right. There was 2 cots. Oh, man, they changed the way they do it. All right, your top 8 Clash of the Stones. This was on the 4th. All right, your 8th place is... Tied for 7th, we have OG X3 and Shadow Flip. 5th place, we have DJ Vest and Hydro Rex. 4th place, Alien Hominid. 3rd place, Dr. Kano. 2nd place, OG. And in 1st place, Clash of the Stones Season 10, number 4, we have Jaco Man. Let's just get to the gauntlet. All right, this is the Gauntlet Japan. There wasn't no gauntlet run this Thursday. You guys know what it is. But Don didn't take a break by any means. Brought us the action from Japan across the world. All right, your results is as follows. Tied. See, this one's definitely more easy to read. Tied for 7th, we have B. Kasuro and Vahara. Tied for 5th, we have Girochin and Red Helmeti. These are some dope names. 4th place, Pirofia. 3rd place, IMMCH. 2nd place, Bantu PS. And in 1st place, and your winner of the Gauntlet Special Edition, Japan number 3, the one and only Oron. That was a dope set, too. These 2 dudes definitely play each other all the time, and it's one of those sets of seeing like 2 champions kind of weave in and out of their like familiar strategies. But definitely got peeped the VOD. I'm sure Don has that on YouTube by now, but definitely peeped that one. But Oron, the winner of Gauntlet Japan number 3. And then we had the Imperial Latino. The Imperial Latino Guerra Final. The finale. All right. This was a special 9-man. I don't know why or how they did that, but I remember for something for like more hype, there was some kind of like 9th person added to the 8-man qualifier. But it is as follows: 9th place, Ultra Saiyan. Congrats, you got in. I don't know how that worked out. Tied for 7th, we have Joe PP94 and Trimegisto Herald. All right, 5th place, Heroes Hiru, and also tied for 5th, Exi Hulk Polan. Shouts Hulk Polan. 4th place, Palladian Delight. 3rd place, Custom Christoph. 2nd place, Kabak 420. And in 1st place, and the winner of the Imperial Latino Guerra finale, Io de Sila. Damn, Io de Sila takes the dub. Dope stuff. Yeah, it's dope to see Palladian Delight back in it. And actually, we have there's a special announcement regarding the Central American Latino players that we're gonna drop on you guys before the show's out. All right, let's get to the gauntlet, the latest gauntlet, or not quite the latest. There we go. Gauntlet 217 on March 9th. Shouts to Don Khan getting 17th. OG UG Grilla 17th. Wait, what? That's not real. That's not real. Oh, yeah, lost to Heroes Hear You and Dr. Kano. Oh, my God. All right, it is what it is. DJ Vest. I'm tied with DJ Vest. Yorm in. I have to find out. I'm tied with DJ Vest. Tied for 17th. Shoutouts. Cataclysm. All right, let's get to the good scores. God damn, this is terrible. All right, our top 8 for the Gauntlet 217. Tied for 7th, we have Bruton 11, and Spidey Mikey. 5th place, we have Kabak 420 and Ultra Saiyan. 4th place, and I lost to this dude. What the fuck? What's he doing for the next battle round? Heroes Hear You. Jaco, book that one. If he's ever available, book that one. Just keep that one in mind. If you're ever looking for an opponent, Jaco, you need a slot to fill in the battle round. Me versus Heroes, if he's ever available. All right, 3rd place. The battle round. 3rd place, Beast 412. 2nd place, and who's usually first, Tekua. But in 1st place, no surprise. The only thing surprising is that he was in the bracket, the one and only Stealth. Stealth taking 1st place at the Gauntlet 217. That's saying you won the 2nd chance. Was it this one, the 9th? I thought it was the one after. But definitely GG's on winning the second place, or the second chance. All right, let's get to our next one. UG's battle round. If you guys do not know, every other Friday night, the battle round, we do first to 10 and first to 5 sets, and we just implemented some new rules. The Sandman rule, basically mercy rule. If you hit 3-0 before in a 5-0 set, the set is over. You know what I mean? So we're definitely pulling out some new rules to kind of shake things up at the battle round. Or it's 4-0, actually, we did it. We had Octo versus Netflix. The first day we implemented the Sandman rule set. Netflix gets a 4-0 and knocks out Octo. GG's. We had Hominid versus Kristoff 7-3. That was the first 7. Blue Man Dan versus Hydro Rex. First to 5, 5-2. Blue Man wins that. Tekua versus Beast in a first to 10. Tekua winning that 10-4. Whoa. Netflix versus XC. XC winning that one. That was a first to 5, 3-5. Jaco Man versus Yorm in a strange mirror. Yorm winning that 5-2. And then the run back of real teams, Jaco winning that 5-0. Ooh-wee. What an answer. What an answer. All right. And then the last of the night, Netflix versus Hydro. Netflix winning that one 5-2. GG's to all of your UG battle round winners. And yeah, there was definitely a mercy. 4-0 mercy that happened. All right, if you guys are into that old school, the OG Marvels, they are running this one back, the Marvel 2 Fightcade Online Tournament. This one's number 2. This one went down on the 12th. Let's get that top 8. Your top 8 is as follows. Tied for 7, we have Jaco Man and Man. Yo, Jaco Man. Jaco Man tied for top 8. All right, Jaco Man and Manticore 54. Tied for 5th, we have Trash Execution and DJ Vest. Yo, DJ Vest in 5th. Yo, what? DJ Vest and Trash Execution tied for 5th. 4th place, Too Much Power. 3rd place, Jason Kiddo. Oh, they get money. 2nd place, Dead KOF. These guys are getting money. And in 1st place, and your winner of the latest Marvel 2 Fightcade Online Tournament, Pow Wow. Shoutouts to Pow Wow. Taking 1st place and then a little change, a little pocket change. That's dope. These guys are winning money. Shoutouts to Pow Wow for winning the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If you guys do not know, we are doing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Fightcade events. The net code is Baller. If you've never tried Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I know there's some people who play on Xbox. There's some people who play on PS3. But I'm telling you right now, the way to go is Fightcade. Straight up. Straight up. Shouts to Pow Wow for winning the latest Fightcade Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online tournament. The Jacomania Chronicles. This one went down on the 15th. PS4 event number 105. All right, 5th place, we have Hydro Rex. 4th place, Shadow Flip 83. 3rd place, Peanut Brother. 2nd place, DJ Vest. And in 1st place, and your current Jacomania Chronicles champion, the one and only Dr. Kano. GG's Kano. Got the latest Jacomania results, but let's get to the latest gauntlet. The latest gauntlet. Who's the current champion? Plus, I want to talk about the tournament the next tournament, because that last one I did abysmal. It's the worst I've done in a long. I haven't went 0-2 in a minute. God damn. All right, the gauntlet 218 didn't go 0-2. Guarantee you that. This one went down on the 16th. The latest results to see. All right, shoutouts. We got Stylo Ran in the bracket, tied for 13th. Hulk Polan tied for 9th. Girthbone tied for 13th. Gorilla UGOG 9th place. I still don't like that. 9th place. Not in the top 8. Ouch. It is what it is. All right, tied for... Oh, that sucks. All right. Your top 8 is as follows. Though tied for 7th, Priz Mimic. That's who I lost to. And his dorm gotten a lot better. Straight up. If you haven't played Priz Mimic in a minute, I can tell. I haven't played Priz Mimic since he moved in with Summer. So I played him before he moved in with Summer, and then I haven't played him since. And I played him during the gauntlet, and I'm telling you right now, this dude has leveled up since he got there. I don't know if it's because he's messing. I don't know if it's because he's practicing with Bane or because he's practicing with Summer. Either way, this dude's gotten better, and I'm glad he's entering again. Shouts to Prism Mimic getting top 8. Jaco. If Priz ever wants to fight at the Battle Realm, let me know. I'm just basically using the Battle Realm for all of the Salt matches at this point. It's getting egregious now, but fuck that. I don't want to. I've been losing too much. We got to run these bad boys back. We're running all of them back. We're running all of them back. All right, your top 5. Tied for 5th, Kabak. Oh, no, wait. I didn't say. Okay, it's tied for 7th. We have Prism Mimic and Super Cool Mike. Tied for 5th, we have Kabak 420 and XC Coggins. 4th place, Dr. Kano. 3rd place, Beast 412. 2nd place, Mayo Star. Oh, we got to change it up. All right, it's the latest. And in 1st place, Mayo Star. Whoa. Mayo Star beating Beast in the XVX matchup. That's kind of dope. And Mayo Star coming from the loser bracket. My man had to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins. And 2 losses. My man played more games than everyone. Mayo Star got the 2nd place the hard way. He must have won that, lost 2nd round. Jesus. But good shit, Mayo. 2nd place at the latest gauntlet. And in 1st place, all dubs, no losses, stays at the top. Stealth not in the bracket this time. Tekua taking win with not even touching loser bracket. GG's Tekua. Dominating the brackets. All right, this is the last one. Let's get the latest COTS. The latest Clash of the Stones. Tied for 7th. Hydrorex and Shadow Flip. Latest Clash of the Stones results. This was the one on literally this last Saturday. Tied for 5th. Not tied for 5th. Oh yeah, tied for 5th. Myself and DJ Vet. Me and Vest, huh? Tied for 5th. Me and Vest. 4th place. Fuck, that was a dope ass set. I was just thinking about them. Just reminded me of the set we had on Power Tools. That was dope. Netflix Chill, 4th place. Shout out to Netflix and Chill. One of SoCal's finest. Dr. Church, 3rd place. Oh, the Doctor fight. That's right. Dr. Church for 3rd place. And in 2nd place, Dr. Kano. I think that's how you say it. Not Kano. Not Kano. Probably is Kano. I don't know. It's not Kano. And in 1st place, and your current Clash of the Stones champion, Season 10. What number are we on? Number 5. The one and only Jaco Man, a.k.a. Jaco Mania. GG's Jaco. Taking that one. All right. Results are light. What's going on, Mage? Welcome. The results are light, but that's all right. We got a lot to talk about. All right, guys, you guys know what it is. We're going to take a quick break, the quick rollback break, and then we're going to come right back to talking about Captain America. We're going to give him the old MVCI Marvel Monday character breakdown treatment. You guys know what it is? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. We've been thinking it'd be automatic when we try to link. Slow and static just after we hang up. We've been living separate, Jesus, we just feel so out of sync. Staggered, our magic, just hoping it happens. I swear the crash has been killing me. The simple don't feel as deep. Like when we in my bedroom and you there sitting right next to me. I'm not hype when you far away. I close up, I stop and play. Like when we not together, this game just don't feel the same. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. It's like come on. You know this will last and mess me up good. Stuck on screens while I see how you look. Trying to stay in touch, but the second I push, it feels like you shook and not like we should. I just wanna feel like you're right there. FaceTime feel like you're fucking light years away. Time zone is strange, don't know what.
God damn, Zed Tabani at ZT Music. My man is doing Freestyle the News on his own channel now. Definitely got to peep that one out. Shout out to Zed Tabani doing the rollback break there. Definitely guys do freestyles at Evo and all that bullshit, so be sure to check that dude out. All right, we're gonna break it down though. We're gonna break it down. Let's get out the notepad, literal notepad. We're gonna break down Captain stat by stat. So we got health, supers, and a couple other things to kind of discuss about with Captain. But let's. Oh, whoa, that's insane. All right, so here is the criterion, and I always got to preface it with this because people always think of this when we break down characters, right? So here's a couple of things, right, before we break them down. One is that this is by no means a definitive rating of how good Captain America is. There is no way to give a definitive rating of a character's use without actually starting to rate teams, right? So this is best going to try to describe Captain's tool set and how good it is, but it can never fully encompass. There's a synergy rating and all that, right? But it still can't fully encompass what the character is. So that's first and foremost, right? We're breaking down attributes of a character. We're not saying how good specifically he is or isn't, right? So that's the first thing, right? Because people are tripping, right? 2, we do a D through S system, okay? A D through S system. That's typical rating system, right? But S is reserved for broken shit, right? Imagine that the ceiling is A, and S is for people who jump over the ceiling in an unfair way, right? That's the best way to describe it. Think of A as the ceiling and S as if something is above the ceiling. I know that doesn't make sense because that's actually the ceiling, right? But S isn't just good. S is great / broken, right? So that's and then D is the same thing, right? D isn't just bad. D is like getting a point of like huge liability / horrendous, right? That's kind of where D is like Arthur's, like Beautiful Joe's normals. That's kind of like D Arthur's normals, kind of in the D range, right? Even then, like he has some stuff, right? So other than that, right? Other than that, we can just break it down. Other than that, we can just break it down. All right, health. This is the only one that is not it's not up for debate. This is the only objective stat out of all of them. They're all subjective. I mean, they're all like opinion subject. So health, he's a 10K, right? He's 10K. My man's a B. That's it. That's the easiest one. Just get that one out of the way. All right, Captain's normals. Captain's normals. This is all normals. Standing normals, ducking normals, jumping normals. Shield is good. His H is really good. And everything else is like standard. But not standard bad, like standard competent. He has a mashable jab. The jump cross up H is really good. A really good normal. But everything else is kind of average, right? Everything else is kind of average. I'm thinking like B plus. What do you think? B plus? Because B would be right there in the center. A would start to be good. I'm thinking B plus. Maybe A or minus, but that's all off the fierce. Yeah, I think B plus. What do y'all think? B plus? Something in his he has. If you take away his fierce, they're all just. It's just a regular toolkit. It's just a regular toolkit, right? Nothing good, nothing bad. Then you give him the good H, right? But it's just one button. There's one good button, but it's a great ass button. We'll leave it there for now. There's always time to like kind of. There's always time to. Oh wait, you guys seen specials? Let's get the specials in there. All right, what specials? He has the shield throw, the trick shield, right? The shield throw, the trick shield, the charging, the roll, the shore you. This is definitely the first game that they actually made Captain Shield fight correctly like Captain would in the comics. This is definitely the first one where they gave Captain like actually like fights. The shield as a poke in all the games was like whatever. It wasn't even whatever. It was weak. Like first it was a poke, which wasn't that good, and then second of all, it was like didn't even hurt that much, and he was like mad vulnerable for some reason. Had like a lot of recovery, but in this one, like they like totally buffed it. Like he's sort of safe throwing it from the angles and how fast he recovers. He's not as vulnerable, and you get way more off of it, like a straight up knockdown with all of the time. Like a lot of time to convert. So shield is definitely like a really good special. It's like a confirmable unibeam kind of, not a unibeam, but like a projectile that knocks you down is good. But that's kind of like Thor has something like that, right? But Thor, the recovery on Thor is more of what you would expect from a move like that, right? A full screen move that if it hits you, it's full confirm. Like that's like the bolts, right? Like bolts has mad recovery, right? But Captain is like, and he can do it in the air, so it's like it's even trickier to kind of lock him down. The more I think about it, the more shield's like a really good special. Yeah, I think it's like a really good shirt. It got nerfed from the original.
Piece of cake.
What did it do? I remember he used to be able to float in the air with it, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. I don't think that's what you're talking about. Because I remember he had something where he could throw the shield and like stop his air momentum. He had something weird like that, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. Hit both characters? What? None of his shields plow through two characters? None? I did not know that. I did not know that, dog. So if you throw a shield and I call an assist and use the guy I tagged out as meat shield, the shield no longer hits anyone coming back. Nothing. What? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, it's not as okay. That's I could. Should they nerf that? That's right. Because shield would be birthday every time it hits. That's right. I agree with it. Because shield would be birthday every time it hits two characters, right? And that's why we don't see that. So shield doesn't cause birthday? It has to hit the main and the sisters to stand there, but it won't hit them both. Or we'd probably see a lot more Captain birthdays. Because I think about that. That is OD for birthdays. Like you just knock them both. Like they're both charging at you and just plow through them both if they're both attacking or both vulnerable. I could see why they nerfed that. And I kind of agree with it. I kind of agree with that nerf. I didn't know it did that. Captain just just like controlling the whole screen like with a special. And everyone's blocking and getting hit, like everyone's getting. Now that I'm imagining it, it sounds kind of absurd that it was even like that. That's kind of funny. Like you block shield, but then it's gonna hit the assist or something. Yeah, it's still good. I still think it's a great special. It was like, look, it was kind of approaching broken. All right, okay, so the shield is really good, right? The shield got nerfed, but the shield is really good, right? Charging, I will say this about Captain. All his specials are very practical in a Marvel Capcom Shoto moveset. Like he sometimes they have, like the Shotos have moves, but they're not good anymore, right? Like what's the point of a Hadouken? It's Marvel. So I hit you with a full screen Hadouken, so what, right? But if Captain hits you with a full screen shield, his Hadouken, right, quote unquote, you're knocked down. It's a combo, right? That's what I think of as like a Marvel Shoto, right? Not someone who's a Shoto in Marvel, but somebody whose Shoto skill moveset fits Marvel. Like it works for Marvel, right? So he has a Shoryu, right? Of invincible Shoryu, right? In a game where invincibility is king, right? So he has even his charge, right? It's not the Tatsu, but he has the charge, right? Charge is fast. Charge has decent priority, right? Like it's a good Tatsu. It ain't no little spin kick. Like it's a good ass Tatsu, and it could like close the gap fast, right? So I do think he has like, not only does he have a really good fireball, but he has a and a dodge. Like what? And a dodge. That is kind of that's a well-rounded and more. That feels well-rounded, and then the shield I feel makes it more than that. The shield starts to make it like this. On the count, I didn't even think about the counter. Yeah, dude. The counter's kind of icing on the cake because it's definitely a special move. The counters are useful though. Counters are more useful in this game than they were in any other game because you can actually make them safe. Yeah. The counter's definitely in the special. I just forgot all about the counter. That's why I need you guys in the chat, straight up. I don't use these characters. Just watch them. Counter's good. He has two counters, right? High counter, low counter. That's better than having one counter that like, that's better than having one counter that can get exposed a certain way, right? Like how Thanos has the always, could always hit him low. It's better to have, like, that's definitely the fact that you have counter. Yeah. I feel like, but in this game, I feel like counter tag is a lot better. The fact that you can, I mean, obviously in this game, the biggest thing about tag is everything's safe, right? Everything's safe, right? But the thing about counters is that they're hard commits, right? They're hard commits, right? So you can have a counter without a hard commit. I think that's like the best you could ever ask for counters now, right? Like these are the best conditions to have a counter in a game, right? So I do feel like that, because in a lot of fighting games, like Street Fighter 4 had counters. I think 5 does too. And it's like, they're good, but like, they're so risky. Even Marvel 3. See, Marvel 3 even had the DHC, remember? Where, what's his name would come in? And they'd be like, no, okay, I didn't like that. And you DHC him out, right? Like in this game, you don't even need the meter, right? You just tag him, right? Right. You just show him, like, okay, psych, I'm not trying to do that. Like, you just fucked up and you just spend another meter and get out of it. You're like, I don't want to be vulnerable. I think Captain's special move set. But he's not broken. He's not flying around. He's not throwing pillars. He's not doing like blue arm, right? He's not. Everything is fair, kinda. Everything's Marvel fair. Nothing's really like cheap. And in cheap, that's what Marvel calls like cheap is the cheap is the A. Like to get an A in this class, you gotta be cheap, you know? Like a B plus. Did I spell specials wrong? It looks wrong to me, but maybe because it's on a big ass notepad. But then Oz would have spelled it wrong too. Are we all failing? S is the highest, but to be honest, Mike, I feel like the only people who deserve S in a special rating, just to kind of get a sense of the scale, would be like Winter Soldier and maybe Gamora. Maybe. Even Gamora's maybe A++. Like she like A++. Like I feel like Winter Soldier, this is blue arm, bro. Like, and then when you factor in like that his reflects, you can't really reflect gun. Like you can, but you can't. Like you can reflect bullets, but from the angles and the fact that he can blue arm, you can't really. Like this. So if you want to go, S is the absolute highest, but it's like, I don't think this game in general would probably only hand out a handful of S's across the entire game. I'm thinking like Ghost, yeah. A minus. I'm thinking in the, B plus. The only reason I'm not thinking A is because like nothing is really like unfair. Nothing is really like, there's no teleport, so you can't tele tag, right? The roll is good. It's good. Everything's useful though. It's a very B plus is kind of the like I think B plus and A minus is exactly where he is. And I've said this too in the last ones too, where if we're off by half a grade, i.e. something like B plus A minus, then essentially we're agreeing, right? Because I hate it when like we spend half the thing like for like the what's literally like a 89.9% and like a 90.0. Like sometimes it's not, like, you know what I mean? I almost want it like B plus plus, right? But at that point, A minus. Because shield is good. I like that they're all useful. Invincibility is real. Roll is real. And everything else is just kind of useful. He can actually, like, he can make you play Street Fighter where he can start fucking working mind games on you. And that's because of his specials. He can make you actually like, okay, this is how he's fighting. And then, nope, you fuck him up on some Street Fighter conditioning shit. All right, we'll leave it at B plus for now. A minus, it could be A minus. I could see it very well being A minus. Supers. There's Captain Ad with the supers. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. I mean, what's it gonna do? Knock you down? You got to think about that. Like, you got to think about that because, like, think about that. How can you make it? Like, because I understand they want it to hit at the top, which is dope, right? They want it to go really high, right? right? I'd rather have it do that than not. Than two low ones and they're both safe, right? I'd rather have that, right? Especially if he already has the low one. And what's it supposed to do? Hard knock down them? Like, because Captain has to do a long way to hit the ground, right? That is kind of bunk though, but I'm thinking, how else would you do it without making it OP? Like, what would you have him like? Maybe, I guess, maybe like knock him away from you, like a wall bounce where your tag couldn't hit him. I don't. Even then, you could probably instant super. I don't know. With some characters, I don't know. I really don't know how they would actually like work that out. But it is funny when there's shit like that. There's definitely been times where I'm glad I got HP Shoryu'd. There's definitely times where I'm like, oh, Solid did the HP one. Tag, punish. Okay, supers. So his cash out is a little... We'll get this cash last. So he has 3 supers. He has the Shoryuripa, Hyperstars and Stripes. That one's a frame. Is that a true bust out? I believe that's the one that's a true bust out, right? Like, that's the whole point of it, is that it's a true bust out. I don't know if it actually starts in iframes, but it probably has less iframes. I mean, quicker iframes than his other one. And then he also has the Hypercharging Star, which is a great super when other supers are on the board. And then he has the cash out, and his cash out is almost standard in terms of damage, but it's definitely a little below par in terms of connecting it. It's a little, it's not the worst, but it's definitely like, you gotta time it, you know, and the window isn't generous per se. It's, you know, definitely droppable. It's definitely droppable. You know what I mean? Where those, you know, I mean, they're all droppable, but you know, I mean, like Novas ain't missing, kind of shit like that, right? It's not quite Carol. It's not quite Iron Man, because Iron Man's is a little wonky too, like that. But it's definitely like a small little baby ass window, and if they're in the corner, even trickier. Yeah, it's a little one. So I would say his cash out is slightly below par, simply because of that. Because it has the standard iframes. Everything is standard about it, except it's a hurt box, you know, on trying to attempt it. All right, so he has Invincible Wake Up. So he has that's kind of dope that he has. I like that he has the Hypercharging Star, and I understand why they didn't make it a true bust out, even though they gave it to Nemi. Right? I don't know, right? I think Vertical Invincible's kind of too strong. I think that should be left for, like, if you guys know Shinyuken, right? Kind of like Zero Super, right? Like, I think if you're gonna be invincible to the like 100%, then you should be doing more of a Shoryu motion rather than a Tatsu motion. You know what I mean? I don't know why they gave that to Nemi, but I like how Captain's is built. I think it's more fair. Then again, right? We're not talking this Marvel shit. The shit that's good is not fair, right? But I like the fact that he has an invincible one, but he also has a horizontal one that is not invincible, but still very good with priority and iframes. Anyway, just not completely invincible. I love that option. I love that he just has like a super Shoryu and a super Tatsu kind of shit. That's kind of dope. Both of them useful. Because I can see the uppercut one being very practical on they're on wake ups. Like, I'm not trying to take this. I don't have to. I'm Captain. You know, it's like a nemesis option. That's really good. But that's not his auto, huh? That's not his. His auto super is the Hyper Charging Star. But isn't Nemesis's auto super also the Rockets? So they both don't get access, right? Do I remember this correctly? They both don't get access to mashing out their true invincibles. Auto super's Charging Star, yeah. So he can't truly mash out his invincible. I mean, you can mash down, which is pretty reliable. But they're not going to be in a super. Both drop if they're not in the corner. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Have you done Morgan yet? No, not yet. Not yet. So here's the thing about Captain Super. Hypercharging Star specifically. Is this super beats a lot of what makes this game work. Like, this game is all about demanding your turn. And Hypercharging Star is like, even though it's not completely invincible, it's definitely mega good at winning other supers. Right? As like the counter super. Like, if you're trying to do it on your wake up, that's not how you use it, right? But if you do it on like push block, check their block string, or like, hey, they did a super and I'm not gonna immediately get hit by it, then I can do a super back, right? Like, and he takes control of the situation, shuts down super tag, right? Unless they got their stuff on a tight block string, like he shuts down random ass super tag, right? I kind of don't want to understate that super. That's kind of really what it is. I don't want to understate that super. That super's dope. That super's like, if I start to go into top 5 supers in the game, I don't know if that's in there, but it beats 5 of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to judge it because like it's not like it's a defensive super that gives you the offense. Specifically during supers, which is crazy. Like, it steals the turn for somebody trying to super you and hits them, right? And if they tag, then their sit's getting hit and it's your turn to body is a vulnerable, like it takes over. That shit takes over. I mean, it's not infallible and you got to time it, play smart with it, but used correctly, that shit takes over. Even if they super tag, now he's bodying their assist and the main has to block. You at least retain control. And it's kind of not. All right, peace out, mage. And it's not even the easiest to punish, real talk. It's not even the easy. I mean, it's punishable by far, right? But it's not the easiest to punish if they don't have if they're blocking weird in the air or something. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's hitting the assist and the main weird. It's got some pretty dope stuff. All right. So I don't want to understand this. So that super's kind of like meta. It's the answer for like the meta. Like that's a huge. It's like anti-meta, counter meta. That's huge. So, and then Hyper's just it's not as practical. I feel like even though Hyper Sergeant Stripes has the invincible wake up, it's not as practical as the other one by far. The other one's has way more utility. And then the standard cash out with a below average kind of hurt box on it. All right, what were you guys saying? Let me get one in my head. Let me think. I'm thinking the same shit. B plus, maybe A minus, maybe A minus, maybe A minus. Actually, supers aren't cheap though; they're just fair. And then the only one that's kind of getting good is the Hypercharging Star. It's not like his supers are cheap. This cash is a B. His cash is actually like a B minus, but his best super is really good. Yeah, I think A minus. Would you go? Okay, I said it. I'm going with A minus. I was the B plus, but like I'm thinking of how that shit just dominates, and it's hard to rate because it's a defensive super. But I'm thinking. Let me see what you guys said. All right, we started with Captain. Let's see what you guys said about Captain. All right, Mike says supers are A minus. Okay, is that where I was at? That was I was at. Yeah, so from a cap player, DP supers true bust out. Says it's just slow and causes issue. That's what we're talking about is cash. Both drop and hit if they're not in the corner. Yeah. Auto super is charging star. Yeah, it's too bad. I'm curious if any of you guys know, is Nemi's auto super the rush move or the rockets? I think it's the rockets. Did they give that to anybody? Does anybody have the easy mode true invincible bust out? Like the actual like get out of jail button. You know what I mean? Cause that yeah. Okay. Good. Cause like good. No one should have that. I mean, it's not the true bust out though. She can be like, yeah. I just, as long as it's like, yeah. I was wondering if anybody has the actual like invincible level 1 kind of bullshit, right? I'm surprised Winter Soldier doesn't have it. I wouldn't be surprised if he did actually. I'd actually be less surprised considering how broken this dude is every time we turn around. Every time you looking deeper into Winter Soldier, it's just like, oh, he's even more broken than I thought before. All right, A minus. So Super Saiyan, that's kind of where I'm at too. Because the charging star on the and everything in the A that's not B is on the strength of charging star. Should be A just for the addition of Bucky. I mean, style points. I mean that, and he's the only character that has anything customizable like that. Imagine if they fucking. This is the shit. See, now I'm gonna get. Whenever I think about what this game could have been, it starts. Imagine if they started adding those in. Just random characters that have storyline with other characters. Random level 3s. Team level 3s, bro. Why only one team? I'm keeping it real. I know Captain and Bucky have like it's canon, right? It's canon, right? I get it. But there's a lot of other dudes that are canon team with other dudes would also make a whole lot of fucking sense. Like if Gamora and Thanos had a team super, I could see them doing something. Yeah, the X and bruh. X and Zero is one of those like given, like bruh, like the Mav Hunter killing thing. Have Dr. Light or something, like they could have went dummy on that. Spidey and Venom, just the separation anxiety shit. Oh, that makes me feel a certain way. Cause like dog, they could have so many. So Power Stone and Brain Dead, they could have did that. Damn dog. Okay, that I'm not gonna bump his grade up any for that, but I should. Or he's just gonna get a little asterisk. He's gonna get a little like a cool wink dude by him because that's just cool that his Cash does that. All right, I say A minus, but with the like, and he's styling. A minus, and he's styling with that super, that level 3. But let me see what I got lost in that. All right, let's conclude. The Cap is dumb in both Marvel 3 and MVCI. That is all. He's kind of weak in Marvel 3. You use Taskmaster. Like that's kind of what it is. As far as Marvel 3. In this game, he breaks them. He's counter meta, so I think he's more fair in this one. X-Zero definitely next. Yeah. X-Zero's the one. Gamers and Rocket. I think I mean Gamora and Rocket. Oh yeah, right below. Gamora and Rocket. That one's dope. I think some others. There's definitely some crazy like there's like Spidey Venom. There's some givens. Like Ryu Chun-Li's good, but there's some like Ryu Ken kind of is like a given, right? If Ken was in it, right? There's definitely some givens like that should be in it like that. All right, yeah, Cap is definitely stronger than MVCI. It's just a shield, just the shield, and Captain needed that shield since Marvel 2. Once they added assists, and it's not just about poking, and it's about like getting long combos. Cap needed a real knockdown shield. Yo, this is just random fact. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the old Marvel games, old like Marvel superheroes, and maybe even Marvel 2. His shield doesn't even come back to him. Like he can drop his shield. Like in the whole game, like his shield, like his fireball was not good ever. And he was assure you with a crappy fireball. I mean, yeah, it went up, but it was bad. Like imagine throwing your shield, right? And it lands on the ground, and then you scoot the map where your shield's no longer on the screen. And you can actually, as the opponent, like not let him scoot back to it. Like that's some real shit in the old games with Captain. Like you could like not get access to it because it's off screen. Like and his normals got worse. It wasn't even just that he lost his fireball. His normals got significantly worse. Imagine Captain without his H in MVCI. That's what his normals turned into. Like he didn't have the reach. He just had the normal shit. Yeah, losing the shield was kind of ass. That's what I'm saying. This is the first game where Captain fights like shield heavy, like he should, right? If Captain's in the comics or in the MCU and he's actually combat, he's throwing that shield around like a motherfucker, right? This is the first one, right? All right. I'm going down about the chat. All right, did anyone get worse from MVC besides Morgan? Actually, I don't know. The king of the got better is Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider got the biggest, like, what's it called? Buff hammer. Cap was ass. Vega ass. MVC1. I used to drop it so I could combo his super. Yeah, his fierce hit's different. Yeah, what the fuck? Who said that? That's some OG shit. Because if you do standing H, right, you can go light, middle, heavy, right? If he has the shield, it knocks him down. But if he doesn't, it doesn't have as much range. But they don't knock down; they stay standing. Captain was definitely weird. His shield was weird. Captain was good in Marvel Superheroes, Marvel Super Street Fighter, and Marvel vs. Capcom 1. I think he's good. I agree with you. When it's like a Street Fighter game, he's good because he's Ryu, right? When it's more of a Street Fighter game, he's good because he's Ryu. But once you get those assists and all that crazy stuff, them shield slash, that shit ain't cutting it no more. And then you drop the shield, can't get it. That shit ain't cutting it no more. All right, let's move on. It's funny talking about how ass Captain Shield was, because it definitely was. All right, let's get the next category up here. All right, movement. All right, movement is not just like it's just that, right? How quickly can you get around the space? How effectively can you traverse the ground, right, and the air? So Captain has a double jump. He has a real dash, not one of those funky like hops. He has a real dash. It's good. He has a double jump, and he's just like kind of, he has okay walk and dash speed. His dash is a little is tricky. His dash can roll up on you, but other than that, though, a lot of his mobility is kind of in his moves, right? Hypercharging Star and Charging Star are good like moves to change his placement, and he has like the option to like do it with invincibility. That's kind of dope. But other than that, like he's missing so there's no teleport, no flight. But he does have some decent ground. The double jump is good in the air, especially his double jump is good. Yeah, we're definitely getting a sense of Captain's ranking as I'm seeing it. Everything is just kind of everything's just kind of like nothing's busted. Everything's like de facto, everything's kind of, he has the kit. Nothing about the kit is baller. It's just he has a kit. It's not whack, I'm thinking movement is like Dante starts to be like in the A plus category. Right? Stuff like that. The fact he could just be everywhere while being invincible and shit like that. Cut his jumps off with low shots. Everything he wants to do movement wise, right? When he gets shitty, it's like Winter Soldier, right? You're just kind of static. You have no air options. So let's see. My take, again, B plus. The roll is good too. Same thing, B plus, A minus. Because B is just like standard. And I feel like a lot of things about him are standard. His dash speed, standard. His specials as far as helping with mobility, kind of standard. He doesn't have a teleport. Only thing is the hyper charging star and the charging star. What do y'all think? My take is B minus. My take is B plus. Because roll's good, and having a super and a special that move you around is good, and everything else is just kind of there. B. Everything's just there. All right, what do y'all gonna say about it? What do y'all gonna say? A, not A plus or S. Yeah, he's nowhere near S on movement. I don't think anyone's in S movement in this game. No, I don't think anyone's in S movement in this game. Everyone's still Gamora starts to get, like Dante start to get in the real A plus range though. Double jump is one of the best movement tools in the game. Okay, it definitely is, because it makes your high jump a whole different beast, defensively and offensively. But it's not flight. It's not air dash. There's definitely better shit. I mean, like, there's definitely some mobile options. Teleport, A minimum. Dash speed, double short hop. Yeah, the short hop's dope. And his fierce lets him kind of do it at like relentlessly. Lets him put a normal out and just get that second jump in. He sets himself up right there. Like Carol has some dumb short hop thing, but that's the difference. Is she can't make you block, then do it. Where Captain's like, he could jump and make you block, then make you take his double jump mix, because his H is just that baller. All right, we'll at least give him the A minus. There's some good points. Captain's movement. Who has better movement, Carol or Captain? And is Carol's movement A minus? You see, Who has better movement? Captain. So Captain has better movement. Okay. She has flight and air dash and slide and blitz blow. All of those are like very heavy movement, but you still feel Captain moves better than her. I do count special moves. If blitz blow would be like the special move that's literally a movement tool more than most others. If there was a special to count as a movement tool, blitz blow would be it, straight up, because it's like literally like a movement tool. Might as well be a second dash in some scenarios, you know. But I do count them. Like I do, like if you have teleport, that's going to be in your movement toolkit, and that is a special move, right? So it's everything. It's how good do your super specials and supers get you across the screen, or help your positioning in the screen. Like Ghost Rider Bike is a movement tool, you know. And then like obviously how fast you are, flight, air dashes, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, basically like what I'm saying is I do count specials as part of your movement to be considered in your movement rating. Because I know what he's asking. It's like, okay, is movement just your move speed, your double jump, your flight ability, air dash? Like, no, like if you're special, like if you can teleport, that shit, we're counting that. If you have even now, so if we're counting specials, some moves don't need to teleport to necessarily use movement. Like, anyway, A-. I think that's high, but you guys seem pretty adamant. I think that's high because I like to think of like how, like what about Venom? About Strange? Like there's guys who have some specials, some great special move kits. And I don't know if Captain's up there with Venom's movement. Yeah, it's definitely like A+ at least. Off of the strength of one special move, the glide. I didn't even know. I learned it was called Venom Glide. Yeah, Strange is Strange is awkward movement, but I do think teleport, right? But still, yeah, it's not that good. All right, A-. Okay, well, we'll leave it in the A. I think it's lower. I think it's lower, honestly, because like it's one of these things. Well, because this is what I do last time. Let me see. Let's see, because this is what I did last time, and it was like, oh shit, it almost like was like right away, we're gonna know kind of shit. Okay. These are a list of characters that I just off the cuff think have better special kits, better movement than Captain. Okay. Because sometimes you just gotta glance at the whole roster and just name off all the characters, and then you're like, oh, okay, maybe he's not that high. Or sometimes it's like, oh, he's higher than I thought, right? So, movement. He has better movement than Sigma, better movement than Monster Hunter, not as good as Black Panther, not as good as Venom, not as good as Black Widow, better than X, better than Winter Soldier, better than Thor, better than Thanos, not as good as Spidey, better movement than Raccoon, not as good as movement as Nova. I think Iron Man has better movement. Has better movement than Hulk, better movement than Hawkeye, better movement than Ghost Rider, not as good as Gamora, better than Strange, better than Arthur. Dorm is a weird one. Maybe like Ty, because Dorm can do all this shit, but he's also kind of wonky and slow. I don't think he has better movement than Captain Marvel. Doesn't have better movement than Zero. Doesn't have better movement than Strider. Doesn't have better movement than Spencer. Better movement than Ryu. Better movement than Nemesis. I don't think he has better movement than Morgan. Better movement than Jeddah. Better movement than Hagar. Better than Frank. It's probably on par with Firebrand. Not as good as Dante. Not as good as Chun-Li. Better than Chris. Not as good as Ultron. You don't think Zip is more mobile than that? Okay, but so out of all the ones I said, Captain was kind of riding in the middle, right? It's off the cuff. I'm not trying to debate like that. It's kind of just off the glance, right? If that one's wrong, that one's wrong, right? One of them's wrong, right? Two of them, right? But off the cuff, where did it sound like Captain lied? Did it sound like he lied in the upper echelons, in the average echelons, or in the lower echelons of like that kind of at the glance? Because at the glance, it sounded like he was kind of in the center, right? It sounded like just as many dudes as he was better movement than. It's just as many dudes as he has worse movements than. That's kind of off the cuff what I saw. Would you guys agree with that? Of all the names I just read, because I know you don't agree with the Spencer, and there might be a couple other ones that some people didn't agree with. But in general, did it sound like he was kind of halfway? Like half of these fools he's better than movement, half of these fools he's worse than. So if that's the case, or if he isn't close to that, is he an A- in the cast? Because this grade system is relative to the cast. Is he an A- in movement? I wanna strong tool, and that's where you put that tool. Double jump is dope in this game, actually. With the way tag works, double jump is really good. Because double jump was in other games, but the fact that it gets you out of the paint and then you could just come right back in and punish the paint, like that's it. Definitely, double jump is definitely like kind of bolstered in this engine than it was in the other engines. Like double jump is strong, straight up. And then the shield, right? The shield in the double jump, but the shield's not on the rating right now. I mean, I guess a little bit because it affects. All right, B+ sounds fine. All I know, this Cap isn't tough. Okay, still think higher echelon because his movement can kite people and catch them with shields for full combo. All right. I'm gonna get over it. All right. I just wanted to frame it like that. It seems like you guys still feel the same way. Okay, fair enough. I think it's lower. I think he's more of an average movement, not a above average movement. Considering the cast, but that's fair. Like it's hairs, right? Whenever it's like a minus and a plus, it's all good. Like it's practically an agreement. Okay, next one. Solo. All right, this is pretty self-explanatory. How good is this character when he has no partner? Yeah, it is strong, actually. I do agree that it's strong. And I do think that Captain is like the dude to double jump because of the shield. Because the fact that it hits so low. He can really blow up the normal jump attack and blow you up for being on the ground and tagging. That's the part that's crazy. Like you can blow up the tag with that jump. Ghost Rider. Giveaway teleport characters. Always catching me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he has like a defensive swing. All right, Solo. How good is Captain? So this is where I think like characters like Captain start to really shine. Like really shine, right? Because there's characters that are like polarized. I think of like Jedha and Chun-Li, right? They're polarized because they're good at what they do. And when characters like that lose their partner that's kind of curbing their weakness, you really start to see it, right? And Captain's one of these guys that's not like that. Like he's just kind of like, he has an honest set and an honest toolkit. So when it's time to fight solo, if he's fighting on the one-on-one, he can play a solid game. I feel like he can play a solid game. He's not Dante, right? He's not going to have his own setups and shit like that, right? The dumb shit, right? But in terms of like having a good toolkit to deal offensively and defensively, just play like a Marvel superheroes type joint. This dude was in Marvel superheroes. I think he's competent. I think only the busted shit starts to really fuck with him. Like characters like Gamora, Ultron, Venom, Zero. Once you kind of get past these like OD solo dudes, I think Captain starts to really like be a solid contender. Nova, right? I think he's kind of like, after you get past those dudes, who's better than Captain at the one-on-one? Strider, but even then, low health boys. Once you get past those dudes, no, I'm not saying lower than Cap. I'm saying like the polarized characters. I'm saying that Chun-Li is like, she's good at one thing, right? So when you take away her ability to get in, she starts to really kind of suck. Where Captain isn't so reliant. He's kind of more, he's not OD in any way, but he's also not really starkingly deficient in any way. So when these characters get onto the one-on-one, they start to body characters like Chun-Li. They start to body characters like Jedha. I mean, really bad, right? Captain versus Jedha one-on-one, I'm putting all my money on Captain, like all of it. Like it's not even like, it's like abysmal, I feel like. But and I feel like Captain's one of the strongest dudes solo once you take out those broken dudes. So I feel like he's right below those two, right? So like Zero, like you know the ones, right? You know the ones, Zero, Ultron, Gamora. I feel like Venom's like that too. Dante, these characters that are like self-sufficient, like they almost don't skip a beat by losing their partner, right? After those dudes, who's better than Captain at the one-on-one? Oh wait. After those dudes, like after those bullshit ass top tier ass dudes, right? That are good ass solo. Who's better than that we know? That's why they're top tier, right? Who's better than Captain on the 1-on-1? After Zero, Gamora, Ultron. I feel like he's kind of like right below kind of Nova. That's Strider. Strider's one of those dudes too. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I think Strider wins that. I think he's lower in tier than the other dudes above, but I do think Strider should win that. Strider should win Captain. He has his tools, but like better. He's just lower health. Or as far as like his weird jump in tools and shit. So that's why I'm saying, like, I do think that Captain, I mean, we're not going to rate him baller because there's baller characters. I do think Captain's better solo. I think they're on par with each other solo in different ways. I do think they're on par with each other solo. I don't think Nova's like this. I think it comes down to Nova have 3 meters. Like when it starts to get like debatable like that, it's close, you know? I think they're kind of similar tier. I don't think they're the same how they fight, and I think one will beat the other in the matchup. But I think, like rating wise, I think they're about the same solo, like rating solo. And you can have the same rating as someone solo, even if you beat them solo. It's kind of more about like your grade number than like who you beat. All right, keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind is that there's not a lot of characters below him on the 1-on-1 that aren't mega top tier. So just keep that in mind. With that in mind, because no one said any character. No one was like, well, what about, you said Strider, but I meant to include Strider. No one said, well, what about Spencer or what about this? Well, no, like Captain kind of holds his own, right? So with that said, what do you think his solo ranking is? Enough talk. Have at you, chat. Put in a raw score. Raw score. I'm gonna say, yeah, everything about Cap is kind of B+ ish. That's why he's Cap. Like it's funny as you break down characters, you understand why they are with the tier, with the tiers. A-, that's fair. Because Captain he could fight, bro. Like the shield is a dope solo combat tool. Like the shield lets him play Marvel solo. A-. I think B+. But I mean, I gave him a good case because those other dudes are definitely like A and A+ characters, and Captain should be right below, right? All right, I'll go A-. We'll put the A-. Captain, that dude, bro. Captain like Ryu, but like Ryu sucks. You get what I'm saying? Like he's actual Marvel Ryu. Competent Marvel Ryu. Invincible Shoryu, knockdown on the fireball, and the Tatsu like goes mad far and has mad priority fast. Like he's not, they didn't just give him the Tatsu set, like they give him a Marvel Tatsu set. Or yeah. Not Tatsu, Shoto. Give him a Marvel Shoto set. A- because you have to play differently in the 1v2. Yeah, the 1v2 is a little different. I don't try to judge a 1v2 like one person fighting two, because that's tough. That's tough to only certain character, like there are characters that's a whole different scenario than 1v1, and that's a whole different grade, I feel like. Because there are definitely characters that are like, I feel like that's one of the dopest things about Venom when I use him, is his ability to fight a 1v2, which is a weird not weird, it's a unique, like when your tool set can do that, where you can you can fight without being in the shit, like it's kind of dope. But I feel like that's a whole different grade. I try to more pair like a 1v1, because that's like a specific strat, the 1v2. Like who's good like that? I think Venom's better. I think Venom. See, here's the thing though, like there's some matches that Captain like shuts down, bro. There's some matches like Captain shuts down. That's and like the anti-meta shit, I don't know how to rank that except in his supers because that's where it is. Captain shuts down. It's like the Pokemon card game was like this, where it's like, this is the team that's good. This is the team that bodies this team. And this team, like, it's just like, there's a weird kind of like, if you're specifically counter what's good, then you're really good against the meta. But when you're fighting the not meta and just the okay, like you start to get bodied a little bit. Like it's weird. It's like a weird kind of, it's not like, oh, ABC, this is better. You know what I mean? Like it's, sometimes there's weird, like unbalanced rock, paper, scissors in there. Like there's an imbalanced game of rock, paper, scissors in there sometimes where for some reason rock is really strong, like shit like that. It's rock, paper, scissors with unequal payouts. That's actually quoted from a book describing Street Fighter. It's rock, paper, scissors, but with unequal payouts. It's actually Captain and Venom, I think they're kind of on the same, like, not saying Captain versus Venom on a one-on-one, but how Captain does against the cast one-on-one versus how Venom would do against the cast one-on-one. I think they'd be comparable, honestly. I think they'd be comparable. I do think Venom's a slightly better. I don't know. I think it's very comparable. I think you can actually, because Captain could birthday, has invincible shit, but Venom would just zip the fuck away, dude. 1v1, Zip wins everything. Zip wins everything. 1v2 wins everything. 1v1. Yeah, the anti-meta is real. That's definitely real. The anti-meta is real. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there was a Pokemon called Rhydon. If you guys even know what the fuck. Shouts to the OG ass Pokemon. The first 250. The Pokemon called Rhydon. And all Rhydon did was protect the bench. He had standard shit. All he did was protect the bench. And there was a Pokemon called Tyranitar that just hit the whole bench. And that was the meta. Instead of killing one at a time, you just win the game in one fell swoop. And Rhydon sucks against everybody except Tyranitar. And at that moment, and in that scenario, he bodies him, makes him useless. There's some weird shit. Like Marvel's not exactly like that, but there's some weird shit, like the anti-meta shit, right? And Captain's like, he's not the best, but when people are using the shit, the super tag, straight up, this is say what it is. When people are doing the super tag, right? Then Captain could trade meters and steal the turn while hitting your assist. Like that's a lot. That's a big deal in this game. Like that is this game. You know what I mean? Like that is this game. And be able to take the turn at that point while hitting the assist. Like, or you might even be hitting their main if they didn't tag out. Like, yeah, it can be understated. His anti-meta can be understated. That's true. His anti-meta can be understated. That's what he is. That's what, like, that's kind of what his role is. He's the Rhydon of the game. Is that what the fuck? He's the Rhydon? Right on, Captain. It's the dumbest joke of the night. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Synergy. Literally the exact opposite. Literally the exact opposite. Yeah, he doesn't have bad matchup. Yeah, Cap's, he's solid. Yeah. He's ain't exactly right on. I'll give it. Yeah, that's true. He's not exactly right on. But see, this game isn't like that, right? Where it's not gonna be like that. But it's some weird where like he does really well, exceptionally well during like versus super tag. Like he just does exceptionally well versus super tag. But like my team can like sweat him a little, you know, because we can stay. All right. If partner has a teleport, A easily. So this is more of like not what he can do if his partner has a teleport, but what he can do for his partner. If partner's Mega Man, then easy. S. Just S. Straight to broken. Straight to broken. Solo A, synergy. Does Captain let people get their rocks off? Is he a team player? Is he a team player? Can he force you to block? Can he make you, fight in specific ways so that his team can fuck you up? Good energy supports. You want to think of characters like Sigma, characters like Gamora, make you block. Iron Man and Venom both have, Iron Man more so. Iron Man is one of the most synergy dudes in the game. Monster Hunter. These are characters that like let the other kind of guy cook the support role. Dante, but Dante's good at both. I mean, Charging Star lets your partner go. Hypercharging Star lets your partner go off for sure. Like that alone being like, hey, it might not be the most cleanest setup, but I can just guarantee you a turn. He can guarantee his partner a turn. Not guarantee, but like kind of guarantee. You know what I mean? He can kind of guarantee a turn for his partner. I feel like that's synergy. That alone is synergy. Like, oh, we're mid-screen. I'm going to spend a meter or hyper into super. Hypercharge Star into super hyper, whatever. Hypercharge Star, whatever the fuck. Charge Star into Hypercharge Star. Like, that's definitely support kind of shit, right? Where it's like, we're going now. Take your turn, partner. Tag him in. Trick Shield. I do feel the shield lockdowns are good, but I do feel it gets a little weird. DP tag conversion. Yep. That's definitely a synergy tool. You can just set up his, we got to talk about it all. What more do you want? We just got to consider it all. That's all. Got to consider it all. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? And consider the other characters in the roster, right? Consider all the other characters in the roster. Does he have better support than Chris? Keep in mind, I do think that support is the only thing Chris provides, by the way. So I don't think it's like abysmal. I think it's just it's below par. Like of all, I know Chris is shitty as a character, but the one thing he has is actually like decent super tag. I do see Cap as more of a point dude. I kind of see Cap as more of a point dude. I'm thinking about his skill set. He kind of has a point dude's move set. Yeah, I'm not digging this grade too much on him. I'm thinking he's right, or just a B. He has moves. I wouldn't exactly pair him up with Frank West, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have a character that there's characters like Frank and Thanos. Think about Frank and Thanos, right? These are characters that need to have somebody do their neutral for them so that they can come in and actually be useful, right? Could you use Captain Thanos with the intention of Captain getting Frank in? Like, that's when you start to have a good rating, right? Like, would you pick Captain to be that dude? I don't think you would ever. I don't think he'd ever be the first choice support character. I'm thinking B, honestly, because there are some worse ones, but there's C and D are on the table, right? It's all relative. C and D are on the table, so let's like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking B. Because he's kind of that point dude. He's kind of that point dude. I'm thinking, I mean, there's other characters that are blatant points more than him, like BP and Spider-Man. There's a couple of blues that are blatant point characters. But Captain's sort of point. I don't say blatant, like where it's, but all right. What do you guys say? I looked away at the screen so I can. Yeah, I think he's B. I think he's a B on the point. I do think. I mean, he can. I mean, obviously he plays point. I mean, support. Wait, I was talking about support. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. One doesn't exclude you from the other. That's the whole Gamora thing, bro. That's the whole Gamora thing. Gamora is a point and a fucking assist support. Like that's fucking. She is. Think about it. She's like an A in both. Like, so you can definitely be both, straight up. But I don't think Captain really has that non-push block shit. Right? Like that's really what full screen lasers you're blocking, you know, like all right, B plus, B plus. Venom has better support, but he's also point. Yeah. Venom's the hybrid. Venom and Iron Man are both kind of hybridy. They're kind of like B plus, A minus hybrids of both roles, which is why they're good together. But you got to play them a certain way. You got to play that weird tandem shit. And not, oh, I go in and you do the combo. Like, no, they both just play hopscotch with each other. I said B, y'all said B plus. All right, I'm gonna put the plus because both of y'all said plus, right? And A. Wait, was that for Captain? Venom has better support, but he's also a point and A. All right, I'll put the plus. I think he's a B. Like what? Because the only thing I think is his super, and maybe hypercharging star. But even then, when you use Captain, you don't see people hypercharging star, half screen, full screen a lot. People do it, but it's more of like a surprise thing, not like Hulk, where like this is the go-to kind of like get you in, you know, or like Sigma, this is the go-to get you in. Nobody uses hypercharging star or charging star like that. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Stone exploit. Yeah, push plugins is super. Yeah, that super is weird, but it's almost like I feel like that's a benefit though. How the fact that if his super whiffs, it just ends. I feel like that's like a benefit of the super. Captain's has it's one of the only supers that's like that, where it's like if it hits, it takes forever, but if it doesn't, it literally just ends, like whiffs, just stops happening. All right, Stone exploit. How good are you with your best stone? Yeah, Captain's definitely utility. Captain definitely has utility with it. Having a roll starts to really make some of the stones kind of crazy. Like you can get like reality and soul could start to get real good, like real chaotic. Power, because power gives him like extra shield confirming, and Captain's that dude that you want to get in on like that. You want to get all up in his business. Almost like Winter Soldier. Like the reason why Stone works so good at Winter Soldier is because everything he's doing is projectile zoner based. Like, so you're desperate to kind of get in on him, right? And that's why Surge works. Captain's like that. His shield is so good that you're just trying to close that distance and get in on him. And that's when power really fucks you up on those specific characters. It's like really good. Space, he has, the shield. Yeah, once they're in the box, that shield and that roll, even the counter starts to become scary when they're in the box. Yeah, so it isn't even like one obvious stone that if you use this stone, you will be like Doctor Strange, right? Like I always think Doctor Strange stone exploit high rating because he could practically win the game with it. You know what I mean? Touch you level 3 box, like you're dying, right? But Captain is just overall around. I don't think he really breaks any of the stones like that. We're like, oh, clearly it's almost like Venom Power or like Rocket Box, right? These are these kind of obvious ones. They exploit these stones so well that it's almost obvious what stone is best for them. Does Captain have a stone like that? Does Captain exploit any stone so well that you're like, you should definitely be picking this stone with him? Or is he just solid with them all? I don't think he exploits, and I know this the rating's called Stone Exploit. I don't think he really exploits them as much as he's just a solid pick with all of them. He ain't exactly rocket space, you know. But he can use them all decently. But it's more about with your best stone. With your best stone, how good are you? It's not about your average stone rating. All right. Yeah, you're eating short handle. Yeah. And roll during like a lot of storms is good. Like roll during reality, roll during box, roll during soul, roll like moves like that kind of like create like a mix up or make you force your block to change. Like a teleport or a roll are good in those shit. Oh, well, you got the ads. Ad boys. Yeah, Captain, he's just this B plus dude. I'm thinking B plus. Fuck, I shouldn't have said it. I guess somebody said that. That's a good point. Damn, is that in the synergy rate? That's what I'm saying. Like, see, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, XC, but this is what I was saying is that the way we do the breakdowns here, it's impossible because unless we break down teams, right? I feel like if you break down a team versus a team, then you can actually get a true sense of what the value of a character is, right? So there's definitely going to be some benefits and detriments that are not captured in these ratings, right? And that's one of them. Like stone versatility, so as to allow you to have a more wild card approach to a team build. Wild card, not the player wild card, but like you're a joker in the deck. Yeah, these are some deep strats. This is not going to be on the back of your character card. You know what I mean? The old Marvel cards. There's something like that, right? You see that? Like, I don't know if that's going to be on the back of the card. That's deep. But, we can factor that into stone exploit. Why not? If we have a stone rating, might as well factor in versatility of stones. But I like the highest grade to be. Okay. All right. With that said, I think he's B minus because no stone sticks out like a big sore thumb. I don't think he could be in the A's, honestly. My take is that he's B plus. Because he doesn't have that, oh fuck, dude, like that cheap, that, that strange box type shit. Maybe A plus, maybe A minus because of the versatility thing. I'm thinking about that. Like he actually can rock like 4 stones. He can rock 4 stones. I could see him doing dirt with the reality more than a lot of other characters. And then the box is good. Soul, because he can roll and has invincible moves. Yeah, and invincible move, like his specials, like Captain's one of those characters in the Soul Storm. You still have to respect him. Like when I see Soul Storm, a lot of characters like, oh, it's birthday opportunities, right? Or let me try to do something. But Captain, just his presence on the screen is like, oh fuck, I got to be defensive right here during the 2v1. I have to be defensive, and that's huge. That definitely is exploiting the Soul Storm a little bit, right? Like, when you command that presence with invincible rush moves and shit. My take is B plus, but I could humor an A minus. I could humor an A minus just because of the versatility thing, because that is a good point. What'd you guys say? B plus, A minus, yeah. Because he can make any stone work. Okay. Eating short hops in the box, very true. He's good with all the stones. Rip ads. People don't realize that having somebody like Cap who's good with all the stones allows to partner you up. So he's like a joker. A joker in the deck as far as picking the stone for your team. Basically, what I'm doing with power for XE. So X gets to use power. I see. Oh, so you like Captain Venom and still use power? I see. I'm seeing the utility in that. Soul, you can always sandwich people with car. Yeah, I do think his toolkit is good for the storm. Reality box and Soul. You say B plus, A minus. Yeah, okay. A minus. Fuck, I hate that he's not breaking. Like he's not web zipping anyone. You know what I mean? He's not zip powering anyone. Let me see what I rated. Yeah. I do think Thanos is one of those guys too. Oddly, I don't know if they meant it for that in the game because he's that dude in with the stones actually in the canon. But I think Thanos is like that too, where it's like, oh shit, like he can kind of fuck with you with like. You don't think so, bro? All right. I'm talking the Force stones, bro. No one's good with Mind Stone. Thanos reality, I think, is better than most people in reality, even the top tiers. I'm keeping it 100%. I think Thanos reality is better than most characters with reality. We're tangenting here, but that's the one people don't realize. Thanos reality could win a round. Like, that's one of those ones where like what happened? Like, Thanos reality is one of those ones, bro. I really do think so. And then Thanos power, we already know. That's how you get to 10K. So he gets the ability to like 10K, right? On the solo. Thanos soul, I mean, soul's just good, right? He has a full screen laser, you know what I mean? Maybe that's the one that's not the biggest case. And then box, I think he because of his badass jumping roundhouse and his teleports, I think he has a good box too. I don't know. I think he's good. I don't think he's good. I think he still sucks as a character, but I think stone-wise, I think he's versatile. Kind of on that captain tip. I think he lets you pick. Yeah, well, those are like all top-tier ass characters. I think Thanos lets your partner pick his stone too. Let's keep it real. Like if you had, let's say you're using Thanos Strange, you could use Box, and if you're using Thanos Venom, you could use Power. And I think Thanos ain't really lacking stone-wise in either of those fights. I even think you could pick him with reality. I don't know who synergizes with reality, but whatever the fuck. All right. Y'all swear. Okay. I don't entirely disagree, but that's a whole different. Thanos with the stones is a whole different ballgame. All right. Cap with all 6. I mean, yeah. Dante, Dorm, Zero, Strider are good with all. Yeah. I mean, some of the characters, like Dante's one of those dudes, right? Dante's going to be good with everything because Dante's good at everything. The new get no meter. Yeah. 10K is huge. I'll be honest. Being able to like TOD, that's insane. That's like Marvel 3. Like how you turn this shit into Marvel 3. They put all the anti-TOD tech in the game, but if you're Thanos, that alone is worth something. That's a half a grade. Like that's strong. TOD's it's insane in this game. In a game built for chances, you die. That's it. You don't get your storm activate, you're dead. All right. Anyway. Stone exploit. All right, next category. We just went off a tangent on Thanos real quick. I think we're actually pretty close. This is the last one. And actually, we're kind of formally done because the last rating is it's unofficial. It's extra/other. So this is basically before I even get into this, most characters have this slot as like a null slot. I'm just going to put that out there, and Captain might actually too. But this is if you have any other ability that's hard to capture, or even any other like hindrance that's hard to capture, that should be considered. This is where you would actually put custom level 3. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's technically not in anything, you know, is it a thing? But, you know, we're not going to not mention it. Oh, it's really not his? Oh, that's right. It's only Bucky's. His is Final Justice. He has a baby custom level 3, since it's not even really his. It's not even really his. No, but this is where like, okay, like Phoenix comes back to life when you kill her. There's certain characters in games that like don't have a jump, like weird shit, right? Captain is so the standard character that he's not gonna have anything here, honestly. Yeah, but like this is just a special category for just extra shit. It's like extra shit that like stuff that's should be considered but not part of it. Not part of it, right? It's like, oh, they also have this. Captain is so like down the line. You know what I mean? Like that. He's not gonna. Well, usually it's a weird character that has something like this, right? Like, you know, like these. But a standard character like Captain doesn't really. I'm trying to think if he has anything that's like odd or like specific. Nah, he's got nothing. Does he gain health back? Like Wolverine in the old games would get his health back faster. Just weird shit. Just weird shit. There's this stuff that's off the map, but Captain's directly in the center of the map. He's definitely like just a regular dude. Has nothing weird about him. All right, there it is. My man got no frills. That's the thing about Captain. He got no frills, man. He's solid. I mean, there's a lot of B's and A's. Like that's a good ass report card. That's a good ass report card. Oh, you're talking about his hypercharging star? Yeah, that's definitely a good. I like that if it whiffs, it just goes away. Like the recovery goes away too. Like it's just, I mean, he still has to recover, but that he hits that moment faster. Yeah, that's definitely weird about his supers. But he got a good super grade. All right, we're just gonna put this one as a null. B plus, A minus, A minus, A minus, B plus, A minus. It's looking like B plus to me. Wait. He's looking kind of B plus. You think A minus? I mean, here's the thing: the grade isn't because there's two ways to grade it, right? Because the things you're mentioning, Cap is A minus or A. I mean, B plus and A minus are like that's literally what everything is. Because this is just a raw. See, here's the thing: is that this if we average this, it's not going to give you. This is what I was trying to say in the beginning. If we average this, it's not going to tell you exactly how good Captain is as a character in Marvel Infinite. It is simply an average of these stats. Right? Because if we're really going to rank Captain, there's like 30 more grades on 30 more scenarios and traits to give than this. This is a team game, right? This isn't a 1v1 by any means, right? So I urge you guys to not look at the grade as what is Captain's rating in MVCI, but rather what is his average when you look at these stats. Because there's no way, like, do you understand that? I'm not exactly disagreeing with you guys about how good Captain is in MVCI. I do believe that he is an A minus. He's an A character, probably below A, but an A nonetheless because of his anti-meta. That alone, you're anti-meta, right? You're A minus, you're anti-meta, right? But is that what this averages to? I mean, it averages, honestly, it actually averages, honestly, if you were to really chop up those B's and A's, he would be a B minus up there because his health is a B. That's really what it is. Because it really is just A minus, B plus, A minus, B plus, A minus, B plus, and then a B. Right? But I said this from the beginning. If we're splitting hairs, I'm not gonna bitch over it. Like, the difference between 89.9 and 9.990 is not that high. You know what I mean? So it's essentially, we're essentially saying the same thing. It's, you know what I mean? Dante's C in health. There's only A, B, and C in health. There's no, you're either 9, 8, 9, or whatever, 9, 10, or 11. Nobody is Thor and nobody is Jean Grey. Because that's when you start to get to the S's and F's. Or D's, actually. I'm talking about Marvel 3. In Marvel 3, health. Thor's health is like everybody, other big bodies. But in Marvel 3, his health is absurd. His health is absurd. You can't be a B and S with an NC. Okay, that's. I admittedly didn't catch the meaning of that sentence. A minus. It's not just what I think. It's the consensus of the chat, and I'm willing to surrender a B minus. It ain't no biggie. It's the same shit, right? And anti-meta is real, right? And there are some like some of the things you guys are describing, right? The strength of the double jump, the utility of the stones, right? There are some things to be considered that aren't on the map, so I don't feel exactly uncomfortable with moving the half grade up from what I thought, right? You know what I mean? It makes sense. All right, health B, normals B. So I usually ask a question: is Captain broken? Is Captain, but what? How about how good is Captain? How good is Captain? Answer. Oh, I actually do have an answer put. So how good is Captain? Let's take these findings, this math that you guys didn't want to do, and turn it into meaning. Sum up Captain based on these grades in a few succinct words. I'm going to type. I won't look at the chat. That's kind of my take on that. He's pretty solid. Nothing about him screams cheap. Nothing about him screams broken. So I don't think, he's cheap. He's solid. I know he's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. How good is Captain in MVCI? He's pretty solid. I think that's my take. Actually, he might be more than solid. Actually, he might be more than solid. He might be more than solid. Solid at the very least. Solid at the very least. Anti-meta. I really feel that's where the magic of Captain is. The ride-on shit. that the strongest tactics in the game, and it's so dope that he doesn't have his own super tag. Like, he's really based on like a more of a fundamental fighter. So he shuts down super tag and then forces fundamental combat. That's kind of a dope character build and very Captain America. You know what I mean? Like, it's very Captain America. Just shuts down their big assault, right? Oh, they come with the cannon, or they came with the shuts down their big assault and then forces them to fucking fight a scrap, right? It's very, very canon. It's a very good take on Captain's character in the game. All right. Any last closing thoughts? We're about to close the book on this and just go over these events. Dude, got the dopest events coming up too. Actually, I want to get right into it. All right, I'll give you guys 2 seconds. Any last words about Captain, where he lies on the scale? Anything more to add? Broken B? Cap is broken B. I like that. Cap is broken B. That's a solid one. That's a solid take on Captain. All right, let's do this. Because we definitely got some events to go over. That was a good one. That was a nice... Not broken, but the anti-meta, he shuts down what is broken, which is crazy. I want to learn Captain and Mega Man. What's funny is that's just Mike's team. That's just full on his team. It's not even like, oh, you just want to learn Mike's team. Just say it. Just say it, bro. Why you gotta stop pretending you're trying to do this and that? Already got some events literally around the bend. I didn't have time to whip up a flyer for this bad boy, but it definitely deserves it. The battle round. This happens every other Friday. I know, Mike. It's just straight. The characters. I've been wanting to run X Mine since the beginning of time, bro. Not Time Stone, but I always thought, like, if anyone can make a case for Mind. I'm fucking up. If anyone can make a case for Mind, it's X. That doesn't mean it's good, and that doesn't mean you'll win. I'm just saying that if there's a character that can make a case for it, I think it's X. So I've always wanted to do that just for that reason, right? And then Captain I actually think my fight style would work with Captain, because I used Captain in the old Marvels, and he's very Street Fighter. Just very Street Fighter. Like, you can actually, like, if you know how to condition and do all that and get in and get dirty, Captain's good. He's good. He's fun. He's fun too. Like, Captain is fun. Straight up. You're actually playing some low-key Street Fighter Marvel type shit. And he has the tools to do it. All right, the battle round. The reason, guys, get back to the battle round. The reason why this weekend is dope, it is literally USA versus Central America. We got us a good old-fashioned Clash of the Titans team tournament going on. So we have in this corner, representing USA, your hometown heroes and favorites, the UG boys, OG and Jaco and Vest, representing Team USA. And I believe we have Dr. Kano in there as well. And I think I don't know what we're doing as far as our fourth. I recommended some people, but wait, what? It's not happening at all, Vest? Let me know right now, or I'm gonna stop talking because I'm getting hyped for no reason. Nothing. Zero of it. Not one person dropped out, not two people, like no one's doing it. It's a bust. Well, we win, bro. That's good. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you guys next week's results on the Central, well, whatever. All right, well, hopefully we can get okay, we have a line. Okay, whatever. Tune in Friday. We're not, fuck, dude, I wanted to play Playing Delight, bro. Can someone get me, can we get Play Delight back into the battle realm somehow? Can I play this full again? I got a score to settle for like a year. We take those. All right, whatever. Next Friday's the battle realm. Hey, who's going to be there? Maybe you. Maybe you. It's definitely not going to be the Central American contingent, though. But we definitely take those. But you guys know what it is. Every other Friday, the battle realm. Some of the dopest Marvel sets you guys can catch. We implemented new Sandman rules. If you pretty much get bus ass, that we call out the Sandman, yank you off the stage. You definitely got to check it out. Yeah, this Friday. All right. Yeah, that's bunk. But I'm glad you guys heard that. I would definitely got that shit all fucking wrong. All right. The 25th. The Lagless event is back. The Execution. Y'all got this one found in the inbox today. The Execution Volume 6. That's this Saturday. That is SoCal's offline, online, hybrid Marvel vs. Capcom tournament event. Well, it's late. Well, lagless. Well, it depends if you're late. If you're late like your mamu, you may not be lagless. You know what I mean? You might you might go into the international bracket. Now, but you guys know what it is. XC always throws a dope offline event. And obviously merge the brackets. If you guys have never seen it, it's one of the dopest events you can be at. That I've commentated every single one at least at some point. So that already alone, you know, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? But definitely can't miss that one. SoCal, if you are in the house, attend, bro. I'm telling you, lagless Marvel, no one could bitch. No OSs. Keeping basement brawls is like basement brawls with. We're trying to keep the spirit of basement brawls in it with the donuts. Going dummy. All right, that's this Saturday though. We just announced it, or it just got announced, but it is not in the foreseeable. Well, it's in the near foreseeable future. Sure, check it out. Shouts to Team XC. All right. On the 1st. Clash of the Stones. It's fucking Saturday. Clash of the Stones. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. Be there. I'm going. If it. Bro, I'll be there. Maybe. If things aren't popping on that day, I will be there. But if not, I won't be. You guys know what it is. But be sure to enter. These are dope. You guys know what it is. Clash of the Stones Season 10 Tournament number 6. We do give cash prizes away at some of these events. And I believe this is one of them. So if you want to pull up, get a little pocket change too, be sure to enter. Shout outs to Grilla and Jaco Man running the 1s and 2s and your boy OG in the commentary. Every other Saturday, get your weekend Marvel fix at MVCI Clash of the Stones. And of course, we're not done with that. Whenever you think of Untamed Gaming, whenever you think of Jaco, OG, Vest, you better think about Marvel. The best Marvel organization, Untamed Gaming, bringing you Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Fightcade. You know what it is? Fightcade, the online premium experience for the netcode of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. We're doing these bad boys every other, this is a Sunday one, right? Every other Sunday. So if you guys want to get in on that classic Marvel action with a game that actually has War Machine and Iron Man, Take on the likes of DJ Vest, Jaco Man, and all of your Untamed Gaming favorites. Check it out. Fightcade online tournament number 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What? UG supports all the Marvels? Get the fuck out of here. Saturday Night Fever, Parsec, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yes! Fightcade is the best way to play Marvel 2. Parsec, the best way to play Marvel 3. Untamed Gaming all over it, making sure that you guys get to play and watch the best online Marvel experience possible. Ultimate Marvel 3 Season 1 Parsec online tournament number 10. Be sure to pull up to this one. This is going to be on the 8th. That's a Saturday, I believe. If you guys are into that retro. Retro. 09ers, I don't know if you guys heard this. 09ers are retro now. So OGs. So I call myself OG War Destroyer once I put 20 years in. But 09ers are OGs. So OG everybody. OG your Mamu. OG Vest. OG Jaco. Everybody's an OG. Just we're handing them out now. 09ers, we're OGs. Welcome to the club. Change your prefix. Now you guys know what it is though, but the big thing about this one though. yeah. You're an OG though. The thing, but you guys heard the announcement. The Evo 2 25K prize for this game is mad real. So the Marvel 3 hype is mad real. If you want to get your practice on or just get caught up in this crazy summer of Marvel 3 that is happening in front of us as we speak, be sure to tune in on the 8th to Untamed Gaming's Saturday Night Fever Marvel 3 Parsec Season 1 tournament number 10. Oh, we got another one for you guys. Fuck it, run the video. Run the video. Yo, Combo Breaker back for another year. This bad boy is coming up May 24th through the 26th. The community event of community events. I always say this, and I say it unironically. This is what Evo was supposed to become. But now Combo Breaker taking the reins of all of the big tournaments, small tournaments, side tournaments. They throw everything there. I mean, I can't even begin to go over this list of names behind me, but I see Third Strike, Killer Instinct, Primal Rage for money. Primal Rage for money. Imagine that. Mortal Kombat 11, everything. They got it all. They got it all. But guess what? Guess what? Not only do they have the retro Marvel games, but the latest and greatest Marvel game is going to be there. The Infinity Tournament. Yes, your boys at UG have secured an official side tournament for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at Combo Breaker. And there is a $300 plus cash prize. UG gonna be out there. Jaco Man, aka Jaco Mania, DJ Vest, OG War Destroyer. You guys want to get down with UG's finest and play for the title of the Infinity Tournament? It is going down at Combo Breaker. Official side event, the Infinity Tournament. $300 plus prize pot. Oh my god, lagless. This is the home where original Fate of Two Worlds event went down. We're going back to a classic venue here. We're definitely going back to a significant MVCI stomping ground to settle it one more time in Marvel Infinite. Dope shit. Be sure to catch that one. If you can't attend, still be able to tune in and catch that, the Infinity Tournament. That's going down Combo Breaker weekend. Gotta check that one out. All right, we got more videos, dog. Mike Watson back at it again. 37 Reloaded. This is basically a snapshot of the FGC, maybe circa 2002 era, the games that were hot at that time. They already did a 37 tournament in honor of that, but they're doing yet another one. Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, 3, Super Turbo, Marvel 2, CVS 2, Vampire Savior, aka Darkstalkers. That sounds like one of the dopest tournaments they could have at this. This sounds like the retro event of retro event. And guess what? It is no secret that Marvel 2 is going to be the final game and the biggest game of this event. Evo 37 Reloaded, but they're putting a Marvel at it too. This one's in Riverside in Southern California. I might be in attendance in this one. I'm actually going to try my best to be here in person. Shout outs to Mike Watson. You guys know Super Arcade, the SoCal Marvel Infinite scene was able to sustain itself for a substantial amount of time because of the support of Mike Watson. So the SoCal Infinite scene definitely owes him a debt of gratitude for even existing. We owe him a debt of gratitude. And here he is throwing a bait like a OG Evo. This is the roster of an OG ass Evo, bro. So 37 Reloaded, and we got Mike Chaos. There's already talk about Josh 360 and Mike Chaos doing some kind of money match. Oh, Marvel. It's a marvelous summer indeed. You gotta check this one out, whether you can attend or not, in Riverside. This one's going down this summer. Oh, actually the dates are out. Here we go. The 22nd. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So July 22nd and July 23rd. Damn. You already got the dates on. I got to write that down actually. July 22nd and July 23rd. All right. Summer Evo 37 Reloaded. That doesn't sound dope, dude. That sounds dope. All right, what else we got? So this is the part where we do the I don't know what's going on with Sinfinite City or Summit Sinfinite. The latest. I don't know if there's going to be an event. I think everything has been TBA and has been shifted to the Marvel 3 energy. So it's unfortunate to see that one go, but Summer's kind of been letting us know that it's probably not going to happen. So I think that's where we're going with that. But what is happening? Speaking about Marvel 3, speaking about 25K, Evo, the original major fighting game tournament event, going down August 3rd and 4th. And there is going to be Marvel there. Hopefully myself and Jacob Man could work out some kind of way to set up some kind of bracket for somebody if and get stuff going. But for sure what's going down is the Marvel 3 25K tournament. Definitely put Evo back on the map. Evo without Marvel is no Evo, so props to them for doing it right and getting it back on. Props to them for getting Evo. Props to them for getting Marvel back into the roster, man. How are you gonna have Evo without Street Fighter? How are you gonna have a decathlon without 100-meter hurdles? You know what I mean? Like this is a main game. This is part of the FGC. A core part of it. You'll be okay, cool. We'll work something out. Maybe we'll create a bracket for you guys. Speaking of Jaco Man trying to help out, Jaco Man, aka Jacomania, doing the Jacomania Chronicles every Wednesday. Be sure to get in where you fit in. This one goes down at 7:30 p.m. on the Eastern seaboards. It's 4:30 for us out here on the West. Of course, you want your midweek Marvel action. Be sure to check it out. The Jacomania Chronicles. Will you knock Shang Tsung to the pit? It is up to you. Be sure to check it out every Wednesday. Of course, every Thursday. So-called best MVCI tournament in the world, the Gauntlet. It's basically the who's who of MVCI. Shoutouts to ICU Hater and Ralston Arcade for doing this bad boy every Thursday. There is no Gauntlet Thursday, right? So this is the part where I say be sure to join the Gauntlet on Thursday, but there is none this Thursday, but best believe next Thursday there is. Shoutouts to that team for doing this tournament week in and week out. Definitely deserve a time off. Mike taking a little break with his significant other. Well deserved and well earned. But best believe that the Thursday after, the who's who of Infinite right back at you with a Gauntlet. They charge for a section. Oh, dude, I didn't know that the walk-in pass for one day at Evo was $25. This is the way I look at it. Like with that price, I can't not at least visit. That's free. I'm sure it's still butt-ass expensive to register though, but if you're actually just spectating, yeah, to rent the section, yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna milk the fuck out of that. All right, guys. We've had a lot of fun today, guys. All right, you guys saw it, man. We got Marvel 3 here. We got Marvel 2 here. We got Lagless event in SoCal. We got the Infinity tournament. There's like so many like Marvel events. If you are a Marvel fan, this is your year. They got Marvel at Evo. Is there something up there? I don't even want to go into that conversation about what does it mean for Marvel to be back at Evo, and are there things being plotted in the back? Hey, dog, don't make me dream about it. Don't make me dream about it. For the meantime, in between time, any kind of Marvel 5 announcements, you're definitely going to catch me getting into these brackets and getting my Marvel on. And I urge you to do so too. Till next time, guys. Peace out.